Hello, my name is Gareth. You're watching the Hub Online Network. We got a doozy of a show for you, so let's get to it. I think I was in a little bit of a blackout there. I'm very sorry about that. But as I said, we got an interesting show happening today. So let's cut to the chase. There is a confirmed case of COVID-19 in Cache Creek. Now I'm going to try and not look down as much as I normally do. It's hard because I'm reading off of paper, but I'm going to let you try and see my beautiful face. So COVID-19 notification for Subway in Cache Creek. So Cache Creek Interior Health has identified a case of COVID-19 in the Subway restaurant located at 1209 Highway 97. Public Health routinely follows up with confirmed cases and close contacts directly to provide advice on public health measures, such as self-isolation. As an additional precaution, Interior Health is asking people who visited this Subway restaurant on March 25th, 26th, and 27th to self-isolate and monitor for symptoms until April 10th or 14th. Oh, I have a text thing. I'm sorry, one second. Yes. Symptoms of COVID-19, of course, include the following: fever, cough, shortness of breath, or difficulty breathing. Other milder symptoms may include runny nose, fatigue, body aches, muscles and joints, aching, diarrhea, headache, sore throat, vomiting, and red eyes. As long as customers remain healthy and do not develop symptoms, they can return to their routine activities 14 days after the date of their visit. If customers develop respiratory symptoms, they need to self-isolate at home for a minimum of 10 days from the time their symptoms develop and until symptoms resolve. See the BC CDC guide to self-isolate. Testing is not required for those who have mild respiratory symptoms. If you have symptoms, call 811. So that is a case in Cache Creek, the first case, confirmed case in Cache Creek. It doesn't say if it was an employee or if it was a customer, but if you have been in the Subway in Cache Creek over the last, I guess, 2 weeks, you should probably self-isolate. They say the 25th, 26th, and 27th of March, but because they don't specify who it is, better safe than sorry. So again, my name is Gareth. You're watching the Hub Online Network, and if you want to call in and say what is on your mind, you can call me at 250-457-0538, and I will answer your call live on the air. Moving on, let's take a look at this is the sad part of the show, and I apologize for that. I do have to give the numbers, so let's talk about the numbers. So right now, let's just refresh this page here. Right now, we are looking at worldwide 858,547 cases of the coronavirus, 41,838 total deceased, 28,689 total serious current cases, but the positive note is there is 175,850 people that have recovered from this illness so far worldwide. How does those numbers translate into our local province? Well, let's take a look. So as of yesterday, or the 3 o'clock update with Bonnie Henry, from yesterday, over the last 24 hours, let's do that, there have been 43 new cases, which brings us to 1,113 total cases, which equals 478 cases in Vancouver, 348 in Fraser Health, 67 on Vancouver Island, 107 in Interior Health, 15 in the North. This includes 5 new deaths, with a total of 24 deaths in the province. Now, that being said, there are 128 hospitalizations in total right now for this, with 61 of those being in the ICU. Overall, though, in just the province of British Columbia, we have had 507 recovered cases, which is a positive number taken into account everything else. So that is great. Now let's take a look a little bit further out at more the Okanagan region, because there is a second outbreak in the interior health. And this revolves around a West Kelowna agricultural business. Now, not trying to scare anybody, but this, from everything I can see, is very similar to Desert Hills in a lot of respects. I'm not saying Desert Hills has anything, I'm just stating that this is like a Desert Hills establishment where they bring in migrant workers. So, Interior Health is investigating an outbreak of COVID-19 illness revolving a group of temporary foreign workers residing in housing at a West Kelowna agricultural business. On March 27th, an Interior Health medical health officer placed an order on Bylands Nurseries Limited. A group of temporary foreign workers resided. Who is talking to me here? No one. Okay. Sorry. I have a family group chat on Facebook, and I have a few family members that are catching up with the fact that there's a COVID-19 case in Cache Creek, so they're trying to let us know. So if you're watching, thank you to my family for keeping us up to date. The followed confirmation of COVID-19 cases among this group. The MHO is confident that the risk of exposure to the general public is low. None of the workers were in roles that interact with customers, and members of the group have had minimal contact in the community. The business is currently closed to customers. The workers live on site in good housing accommodations, which provide space for individuals to be self-isolated safely. Bylands Nurseries Limited has been fully cooperative with Interior Health through this process. The cases may be linked to a group of workers who arrived in Kelowna from outside of Canada on March 12th. Under order of the MHO, Bylands Nurseries and Garden Centre is undertaken several measures, including enhanced cleaning of all nursery, housing, sanitary and other facilities accessed by employees, as well as denying access to all visitors to the site. And then it talks about what the symptoms are and where you can call if you have symptoms. So that is in Kelowna. So I'm sure that that's a part of the numbers for Interior Health. Now moving on to some other funner things. I had a conversation today with a local Ashcroft resident named Joyce Buckland. She was talking to me about an Ashcroft Easter event. So what she was saying was they are going to do a week-long physical distance Easter event that starts this coming Friday. There's going to be 15 different spots that you can go to in Ashcroft. There'll be 5 up on the Mesa, 5 in the sort of downtown area, and 5 on the north side of the bridge. And what you're going to be able to do is get a list of clues to find out what you're looking for. And then you can go on an Easter hunt to find different houses that have different setups and scenarios that you can go. And once you have found all 15, you can drop off your, I'm not sure how they're going to do this with physical distancing, and I'm sure that they're just going to sanitize the heck out of the pieces of paper. But you can drop off your pieces of paper, sharing how many different places you visited, and you could win a prize. Oh, I have a slight echo. It's probably because of that. So Jessica, let me know if the echo is gone. Echo, echo, echo. So that is a very cool initiative. Barbara Roden spoke about that a little bit yesterday when she called into the show. So thank you to Barbara and to Joyce and anyone else. I don't know who else is involved with this, but it's a very cool initiative. They're saying that, keep in mind, if it starts to get so that people, it's meant for families to go out and be able to find these places. If you're a family and you start hanging out with other families, that's a big no-no. They will have people driving around checking on how it's going, and if it becomes too much of a people being silly and getting together, then they're going to unfortunately shut it down. So if you want to take part, go with your family, your own self-isolated bubble, but don't connect with other families that are out and about doing the same event. And again, it is over the course of a week, and they will have lots of prizes, and they'll do a, not a draw, but if they'll take into account everybody still there. Let's try that, Jessica. Is it gone? Is it gone? So yes, so that's a very cool thing. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Ashcroft. Very cool initiative. Also, a reminder, Mayor Tallarico and CAO Dawson will be available to answer your questions and the Cache Creek Village office from 11 to noon every day. So give the village office a call if you have questions or concerns. Mayor Tallarico, CAO Dawson will be there to answer your questions. Also, the Equality Project is looking for donations of cheese, tuna, peanut butter, all of those kind of easy sandwich makings. They will accept donations Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 9 to 11, and then they'll have sandwiches for people from 11 till 1. So if you can help out the Equality Project in this time, please, that would be very grateful. The Equality Project's doing a great job. Thank you to everybody at the Equality Project. Keep it up. Also, Soup's On is doing in Ashcroft is no longer handing out food, but they are handing out vouchers to people in need to go to local restaurants that are still open, now that there's very many left. But they can then go take this voucher to these restaurants and get something to eat. So thank you to Soup's On. That happens Fridays. I believe that it's going to go from 11 to 1 at the St. Albans Church. So that's the Equality Project, Soup's On. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Now for something a little bit different than COVID-19, if you guys haven't heard about this, the federal government, now this is not a self-appointed pay raise. I'm going to talk about the pay raise to the MPs right now. This is not a thing that they necessarily voted on. This isn't a new vote. Many years ago, they set up a thing where every April 1st they get a pay raise. And April 1st is, of course, tomorrow. And so they're still getting this pay raise. A lot of people think that this is a contentious point and that they should vote to not get the pay raise, but they haven't done that. So what our local MP is doing, along with a bunch of other conservative MPs, is, and this is the quote from Brad Viss via Twitter, I don't agree with taking a legislated raise. I am donating my increase to a local charity when I receive it. And again, Brad Viss is doing this along with other members of Parliament. So he is going to take his raise, give it to a charity. Whether you agree with that or not, let me know. Give me a call at 250-457-0538. I've only got maybe a few more minutes of material to go through today. And I'll talk about Jessica saying, it's not that bad. Nope. Well, we'll have to, if there is an echo, we'll sort it out for tomorrow, and I apologize for that, listeners at home. And thank you for watching, by the way. What else do we have here? So that's that one. Okay, so Cheryl's Place in Cache Creek, the restaurant that is attached to the Petro Can on the north end of Cache Creek, has reduced their hours. They are now open from 7 till 3 for takeout only. And Ashcroft has some interesting things that you can print out. It's signs that you could put into your window. One sign is green that says okay, and another sign is red and it says help. So if you are in self-isolation and you need help but don't have means to contact people outside of your house, please put up these signs, let people know that you're okay or you're in distress, and people will be able to help you accordingly. Which I think is a great idea, again, from the Ashcroft Village office. Now, yesterday I had mentioned that there's a new update from the Ministry of Education. Now this one is a little bit blurry, and again, I've just had about a month ago I had eye surgery and I still can't see out of this eye, so I apologize for having the paper so close to my face, but I'm only going to read the really important bits. So on March 17th, 2020, under the direction of the Provincial Health Officer, we made the difficult decision to immediately suspend in-classroom learning in BC until further notice. These actions are critical and to prevent the spread of COVID-19. We want you to know that every student will receive a final mark, and all students who are on track to move on to the next grade will do so in the fall. For grades 10 and 11 students, graduation assessments that were scheduled for April will be postponed. Every student eligible to graduate from grade 12 this year will graduate. The only graduation assessment required for current grade 12 students is the grade 10 numeracy assessment, and we will ensure students who are on track to graduate but haven't yet completed this assessment will have the opportunity to meet this requirement. We are also ensuring that students graduating high school will have a smooth transition to post-secondary. And the things that they are planning are, so they will ensure a healthy and safe environment for all students, families, and employees. They will provide the services needed to support children of our essential workers. They will support vulnerable students who may need special assistance. They will provide continuity of education opportunities for all students. While primary responsibility for continued learning will come from teachers, we know many parents and guardians are asking for additional resources to help keep kids learning at home while plans are being put in place. That's why we've launched Keep Learning BC, which is, hang on. Nope, not that one. This one. So, we have launched Keep Learning at home while plans are being put in place. That's why we've launched Keep Learning BC at www.openschool.bc.ca/keeplearning to ensure there is a central place where you can find a list of free everyday educational activities for every age designed to support the BC curriculum. You will also find a comprehensive set of frequently asked questions that will continuously be updated as things progress. So that is the message from the Minister of Education in BC. Now there are a few other things that I wanted to talk about if I can find them quick. The doctor's office is no longer taking patients in-house. They're doing everything via telehealth as much as possible. I'm sure that this new case of COVID-19 in Cache Creek is not doing any favors to help keep our doctor's office open. Because they have to stay safe as well and be there for us when we have real issues. So please call in. Don't just go to the doctor's office. They're doing everything via telehealth. There is a statement about that, not a statement, but a poster that they have put up on their door at the doctor's office in Ashcroft, so keep that in mind. Also, we had a question about the Bottle Depot. Bottle Depot is still currently open, and they are open from, I believe, 9 to 3, if my memory serves me correctly. So the Bottle Depot is still open Tuesday to Saturday, I believe 9 to 3. So that is great. Thank you for staying open, Bottle Depot. I'm sure that everybody is trying to get rid of their old cans now while they have some time on their hands. What else did I have to talk about today? Was that it? Yes, I believe that is it for the moment. So let me talk to you guys about what our schedule is going to look like. So we're going to keep doing these daily videos, but on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, they're going to be shorter. So today we're looking at 20 minutes, whereas yesterday was 45 to an hour. And Monday and Friday, we're going to do 2 sort of book-ending bigger shows that will rehash some of the same stories and information. We don't want to get stale or stagnant. And we're going to also be doing some other material. Jessica and I will be making some other videos to put up throughout the rest of the week to keep you guys entertained, because we want to be there for you. Also, if there's anything that you would like us to change, that's not anything you want to see us do in this time, please let us know, and we will do our best to accommodate suggestions. One thing that has been asked is to not, for myself, is to not look down so much, so that's why I'm trying to read up here. And again, I apologize for not being able to read off a teleprompter. But again, please email us at HON@ashcrofthub.com, or you can comment on this video or any of our other videos, and we will take your suggestions into account. On Friday, I believe we're going to be talking with a journalist from 100 Mile named Raven. She's going to let us know what's happening in Clinton and 100 Mile on Friday. Monday next week, we're going to be talking with Mayor Barbara Roden again, and we'll see where we go from there. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. That's our show for today. Please like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Let's get the word out. Again, this is very good information. At least I think is very good information. If you don't agree, hey, let us know, and we'll go from there. But thank you again. Have yourselves a great day. Stay safe, and we'll keep you posted if anything changes.